Hello and welcome once again. This video will introduce you to the basics of front-end web design and development. We will start by learning HTML, which is the fundamental language that every modern website is written in. To follow along with this video, I will assume that you have already downloaded and installed Visual Studio Code Editor, the coding environment for our course. If you haven't, you can check out my previous video on it, how to set up a coding environment. Head over to it by clicking on the link up above. Alright, now that you have the software installed, that is Visual Studio Code, you will find the icon on your desktop. The first thing we will need to do in this course is to create a folder. This folder will contain all of our files. Files are documents that contain the source codes that will run our website or web application, as the case may be. So, we are going to create the folder on our desktop. Scroll over to a free area on your screen, away from any other icon on your desktop. Right-click on your mouse or trackpad. A context menu will appear. Scroll down and click on New. Another menu appears. Head over to it and click on Folder. A folder appears, waiting for you to give it a name. Type full-web-stack-design-and-development. Hit the enter key and voila! A new folder is created. Now, we need to open this folder inside Visual Studio Code Editor. There are a handful of ways to do this, and I will teach you all of them. So once again, right-click upon this new folder we just created. Scroll down to one of the options called Open with Code. This option is also bearing the Visual Studio Code Editor icon. Click on it and wait for the software to load up. Once the software has loaded up completely, this is the interface that you will see. The first thing I always do, and I will encourage you to also do the same, is to close the Get Started tab. Move your mouse over to the X icon and click on it to close it. Next, this area shows us all the folders and files that are contained within the full stack web design and development folder. We are going to create another folder, but this time we will use Visual Studio Code. To create a folder in Visual Studio Code Editor, move your mouse over to this icon and click on it. This is the Create a New Folder icon. Name this new folder Front End. Then hit the Enter key. We will create another folder inside the Front End folder. So we will click on the Create a New Folder icon again. Name this new folder A-HTML. We will create a second folder inside the Front End folder again. To do this efficiently, move your mouse to hover over the Front End folder. Make sure you see an underline on the front end text. Then right-click. Select New Folder from the menu. Name this new folder b-css. So now we will create the remaining folders c-bootstrap and d-javascript by selecting the front end folder and clicking on the create a new folder icon again. Alright, so now we have successfully set up our folder structure for this course. Additionally, we will need to set up some preferences. Move your mouse to the top section of the VS Code interface. There you will see the file option. Click on File and a drop-down menu will appear. Scroll down and select Autosave. That is 1. For the second preference, let us head back to the file option again, up above. Click on it. On the drop-down menu, scroll down to where you see Preferences. Hover your mouse over the text. Another menu appears. Head over to it and click on Settings. This will open up the Settings tab. Move your mouse to the Search Settings section. Click on it. Then type Word Wrap. Head over to the editor, Word Wrap. Change Off to On. Then move over to the X icon on the Settings tab and click on it to close it. Last but not the least, we will install a very helpful extension called Live Server. Move your cursor to this icon, the extension icon. Click on it. When it opens up, type Live Server in the search bar. You will require a working internet connection. When the extension appears, click on the Install button. When it is done installing, close the tab. Then move over to the Explorer icon and click on it. Now, we are ready to begin our journey of learning how to become a full-stack web designer and developer.